Hey everybody, welcome to day 4 of your 21-day yoga challenge. Nice work for showing up on the mat again today, and thank you for participating in this challenge. I appreciate your time and your interest. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, start exactly where you are and how you're feeling in your body, how you're feeling in your mind, and close the eyes. And as you check in with how you're feeling in this moment, starting exactly where you are, truly check in. Ask yourself, how do I feel today? How does my body feel? What's my mind deliberating on? What kinds of things are floating around in my mind and my body? And with the eyes closed, reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling and draw the ribs back gently. Open up the palms towards the ceiling. So as you place yourself, as you maneuver yourself into this shape, you're indicating not only to yourself, but also to the universe that you're willing to receive, that you're open to a transformation in your body and your mind through this practice, that you're willing to nurture yourself with the breath and with the movement. So as you continue to check in with yourself, just shimmy side to side. Begin to move. To move the left shoulder over towards the left and the right shoulder to the right. The palms still open towards the ceiling, the eyes still closed. And now cup the knees with the palms of the hands and gently press the fingers into your knees as you continue to sway side to side. Checking in with how this makes you feel. And now all the way around in a big circle, over towards the left, over towards the right. Allow the circles, the spirals to be organic to you. What that means is move in a way that feels natural, that feels good to you. Eyes are closed so that you can feel and see more deeply into your body. And now circling in the opposite direction. And as we begin, as we start exactly where we are each day of this challenge, we're expressing to ourselves and to the universe that we're open. We're open, and we also appreciate where we're at. So now, circling all the way back to center, tiny little circle, circling to stillness. And now press the palms of the hands together at your heart. Inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale deeply through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Honoring where you are in this moment, exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale. And exhale loudly. Dropping the tops of the hands back down to the knees, palms of the hands open towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and down the back. Opening up the front of the heart, massaging the back of the heart. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and down the back. And up towards the ears and down the back. Again, press the palms together at your heart. In this moment, set an intention for your practice. An intention that brings meaning to the movement, to the breath, and to the space in between. This time you spend on your mat is meant to nourish you, to nurture you. And with your intention, gently tuck the chin, reaffirming. And now reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling and fluttering the eyes open. Inhale, arms up and overhead, reaching through the fingertips. And now drop the left hand down onto the mat and lean over towards the left. Gaze up towards that right armpit and now reach both hands back up towards the ceiling. Right hand comes down and gaze up. Twisting just slightly. And now all 10 fingertips up towards the ceiling, palms together at the heart and down onto the floor in front of you. Open up the feet wide as you press back into a wide-legged forward fold on the long end of your mat. Press the palms of the hands into the floor, into the mat. Tuck the belly back. Hug the navel back. And now walk both hands over towards your left foot, high lunge. And step the left foot back into plank pose. Drop down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step that right foot forward, high lunge. Hug the navel back. Electrify the posture by drawing the muscle to the bone, hugging the muscle to the bone. And now step it back, plank pose. You can drop your knees as always, or stay up off of your knees. Drop down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step to the top of your mat. Open up the arms nice and wide and rise slowly, hollowing out the belly as you rise. Lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Palms come together at your heart and fold forward. Inhale, partway up. Hollow out the belly. Lengthen the crown of the head out in front of you. Hollow out the belly again. Really focus on that. And now draw it all the way back down. Release the air from your body, and one foot at a time, step back to plank. Come onto the tips of the toes, drop down, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. One more time, just the same. Step forward, reach through all 10 fingertips, electrify the posture, and reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Palms come together, hollow out the belly as you initiate this forward fold. Hands come all the way down to the floor, fingertips to the floor either way. And now inhale, halfway up, hollow out the belly. Draw that navel back. And now fold all the way back down. Let the head hang. Opposite foot first steps back, then the other. Lift the back of the heart up towards the ceiling. Drop down, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Extend your left leg back behind you. Come to the tips of the right toes and draw that left knee in towards your chest. Tips of those right toes again and extend left leg back behind you. Bring the left knee in. Range of movement here. Extend and bring it in. And extend. Bend that knee. Let the foot hang. Root the right heel down towards the floor. And place that foot back down onto the floor. Step forward to the top of your mat. Open up the arms. Rise. Palms come together at your heart and fold forward. Hands come down to the floor. Now hands to the knees. Inhale, just like before, hollow out the belly. Exhale, come all the way back down. Step or hop back to plank pose. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Come to the tips of the toes, extend the right leg back behind you. Right knee comes in, extend way high back behind you. And right knee comes in and extend. Hollow out the belly. Right knee comes in, extend and bend. Bend into it, release into it. And place that foot down onto the floor. And again, hop forward. Reach the arms up. Rise into upward facing salute. Palms together at the heart. And fold. Fold forward here. Let the head hang. Shake the head. No. And yes. As you start exactly where you are in every moment, bend the knees, mindful and grateful of exactly where you are. Step the right foot back to hit the mat. High lunge, outer edge of the back foot presses into the mat. And reach and rise for warrior two pose. Proud and powerful warrior. Tuck the tail, lift everything up from the very base of your pelvic floor. And reach, reach. Electrify, embody this posture. And now palms come together above the head, turn those front toes out, and the in and the back toes out. Reach. Reach from the shoulders to the elbow, to the wrist. Tuck the tail. Everything comes up from the very base of your pelvic floor, all the way to the throat, beyond the face, and out the crown of the head. Embody this posture. Be warrior two. Hands come up above the head and float forward into a wide-legged forward fold. And walk the hands over to your left foot. Tuck the chin, round the back up towards the ceiling. Come on to the tips of those right toes. Lift that left leg and drop the outer portion of that leg onto the floor. So the left toes point towards your right wrist, the knee and the shoulder in line. Pigeon pose, leaning, laying, folding down into this posture. Snuggle the navel back, tuck the tail slightly. So a couple more tips on this as you continue to remain in your forward fold. Hip points pointing towards the front of your mat. Walk that back leg a little further back. Allow this posture to feel good somehow. And now hands come up. Tuck those back toes. Bring that back knee in a little bit so you have space to grow, to lengthen off of the mat. Lift the back of the heart up towards the ceiling and place that foot down onto the floor. Downward facing dog. And extend the left leg back behind you. Bring the left foot forward and walk your way into a forward fold. Wide leg. And now walk your way all the way over into high lunge on the right side. Tuck the chin, lift the spine, lift that right foot off of the floor, and drop it down into pigeon pose. Come all the way down onto your elbows. Remember, hip points squaring forward. Resist this urge to melt down onto the right glute. Rather, sit tall within the forward fold. And go ahead, use the strength of your arms to press yourself up and out. Tuck those back toes, bring that back knee in. Tuck the chin. Exaggerate this movement as you reach that right foot back into downward facing dog. And extend and bring that right foot forward again. Walk forward into a wide-legged forward fold. Use the strength of your arms to help press you up and out of your fold and heel-toe the feet together. Forward folding here, big toe edges of the feet together, hands to your hips, and rise. Rise into standing pose. So from mountain pose, root the right foot down into the mat and bring the left knee square with the hip. Palms come together at your heart. And here we experiment with some range of movement again. So hollow out the belly, start exactly where you are. If you need to bring your foot down like a kickstand, please do so. So kick that left foot forward and back. Forward and back. Continue this way. Kicking forward, use your core as you kick back. Forward and back. Find a gaze point that you can gaze upon to find the balance and place that foot down onto the floor. Forward Extend the arms, rise into upward facing salute. Palms come together at your heart. Root everything down into that left leg now. And as you're ready, lift the right leg, knee and hip in line. Take a breath, draw everything in towards your midline. And now kick forward and back. Use your core, kick forward and back. Move with some precision here, even if you're a bit wobbly. Forward and back. Breathing. Use your core. Hug the belly back. And again, one last time. Kick forward and back. Place that foot down onto the floor and forward fold. Tuck the chin and roll up. The head being the last thing that comes up. Roll the shoulders back one time. Up towards the ears and back and down. Palms come together at your heart. Reaffirm your intention for your practice today. Take a breath into that intention. And now take a moment to notice any shift that has happened in your mind, your body, as now you begin where you are, somehow new, somehow more nurtured, more alive from your practice. Let's go ahead and make our way into a fully reclined position and lie down for a couple of moments to rest, to allow the quiet of the moment to wash over us. So coming into your fully reclined position, let the feet splay away from one another, let the belly sink down and rest. Be exactly as you are in this moment. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Bringing life back to your body. Take a full body stretch. Reaching the fingers up and overhead, pointing the toes out away from the body. And now draw the knees in towards your chest and rock side to side. Flutter the eyes open for a moment. And now rock all the way over to the right. Press yourself up into seated. And we'll sit tall together. We'll sit tall together for another minute or so. And as you do this, close your eyes. Open the palms of the hands towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders down the back. Taking this moment in gratitude. Gratitude for your body, for your mind. An appreciation for yourself exactly as you are. Starting exactly where you are every day with this challenge. Being open to the possibility that lies within this practice. From the very center of my heart, I thank you for arriving on the mat. And I thank you for being exactly as you are. Namaste.